Hey guys, welcome to Ninjahatchet's Garbage Guides. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to train Invention at Zammy. Being the fact that I am an Iron Man, I found that this is going to be one of the most efficient ways to train my Invention level. I'm in here. I just got done with an hour-long instance, so let's talk a little bit about how we're going to be doing this. So quickly, I am just wearing I'm wearing a Virtus mask, an augmented Virtus robe top, an augmented gown of subjugation, an augmented noxious staff, and then just some other random crap. So you'll notice here that I have 3 augmented items with me, and obviously what I want to do is I want to train all 3 of those at the same time. Now the reason that I have a Virtus robe top and a gown of subjugation is because I already trained my robe of subjugation all the way up to level 10, and I am not ready to siphon that yet or destroy it yet, and I'll explain that here in a minute. So the reason that I'm training at Zammy, and this can work for anybody who doesn't have a whole lot of money, who doesn't want to spend a lot of money on Invention, because obviously being the fact that I'm an Iron Man, I cannot spend money on Invention. So here we go. This is how this is going to work. So basically what we're going to do is we are going to start off, and here's what I suggest you start off with, is a gown of subjugation and a robe of subjugation, and then whatever your best magic weapon is going to be. So whether that be a chaotic staff or a noxious staff or whatever you feel comfortable with doing magic. So now the idea here is obviously when you break down a level 10 equipment, you're going to get 540k out of it. Now if you get it all the way up to level 10 and you don't have something to replace it with, you're not going to want to break it down. At this point you're going to want to siphon it. And so the idea that I had is that I'm going to be camping at Zammy, okay? And if I happen to get so this is my base gear. This is what I have. I don't have any extra gowns in the bank. I don't have any extra Virtus robes. I don't have any extra robes of subjugation. But as I'm training Invention here, if I do happen to get a robe of subjugation, then that means that when I get the one that I have up to level 10, I can just go ahead and destroy it, get the full XP out of it, and I have another one just to back it up with. And same thing goes with this gown of subjugation. If I happen to get a gown of subjugation as a drop, then guess what? I get to destroy the one that I have and just use the new one. Now, for my noxious staff, obviously I'm not going to be destroying that. So what I'm going to be doing is using an equipment siphon on that once I get it to level 10, and I will just be siphoning the XP out of it and then reusing it and just continuously leveling that back up to level 10. So the goal here is just to level our items, and if we happen to get a drop, then we are able to get double XP basically out of our item. So now that you kind of have the theory on why I'm doing what I'm doing, and actually I'm not going to be siphoning anything until Monday, which will be February something. Let me see. It'll be Monday, February 1st, 2016. They're actually going to be updating the equipment siphon to make it cost much, much less in order to make one. So right now I'm trying as hard as I can not to make any siphoners because they're going to become a lot cheaper very soon. So now that you have the understanding of why we're doing Zammy, because not only are we doing it because we can get the Zammy items, but we're also doing it because it's fantastic XP. It's one of the fastest ways that I have found to level weapons. Now you're going to hear a lot of things about what the fastest way to level weapons are, and people are using crystal halberds in the abyss. They're doing things in the outside killing minions in the God War dungeon and this and that. And you know what? That's all fine and dandy, but in a straight example here, I have found that this has been the best absolute way to level up my weapon. It takes about an hour and a half or one fast spawn instance and another half of a fast spawn instance to level your weapon up to level 10. Now your gear takes a little bit longer because it doesn't level up quite as fast. So you can see here I started everything together. My staff is at level 8 and my gear is at level 7. So the gear takes a little bit longer, but no big deal with that. So a lot of times what I do is I bring with me a new augmenter. I don't have one with me, but just in case I were to happen to get an armor drop, I would be able to augment it right away and use it. But let's talk a little bit about actually killing Zammy. So the reason that I kill Zammy is for a couple of reasons. It's because you can kill the minions while you're killing Zammy, and you'll actually be able to kill 2 of the minions before you kill Zammy, and then they will respawn 2 more minions. So basically, you'll be able to kill 5 minions and Zammy all at the same time. And it seems to be giving me somewhere, I can't exactly remember what it is, but it's upwards of 500 XP, 500 weapon XP per kill. I think for just K'ril itself, he only gives like 300 and something maybe, but when you stack the minions on top of that, you're getting upwards of like 500 weapon XP for every kill. So let's talk a little bit about strategies. So when I kill Zammy, I stand right here. So basically, just all the way to the south, directly across from the door, and just to the west side of this pillar here. So there's 2 little tiles you can stand on. You want to stand on this bottom side of this tile. And the reason being is because then the 2 minions that are down here with Zammy will stack on top of him, and then all of your AoEs will kill the minions. So the first hour that I came, I used my penance aura. I'm not going to have that available for this hour, so I'm actually going to have to be using my prayer and kind of working on saving my prayer a little bit. So let's talk about abilities real quick. I have a Revolution set up, and this seems to be the perfect order for Revolution to activate. So when Zammy spawns, every other kill I want to use a Sunshine. And the kills that I'm not using in Sunshine, I want to use my thresholds right away. So let's talk about this real quick. So when Zammy spawns, Sonic Wave will go first, and then Corruption Blast. And by the time Corruption Blast goes off, they're starting to get underneath him, and Corruption Blast will affect both the minions. And then by the time that Dragon Breath goes off, it will hit it will hit the 2 minions and Zammy. And then Chain. By the time Chain goes off, it will usually kill the minions for the first time. Then I'm going to start using my thresholds on Zammy, and then the minions will spawn again, and then once again you can just go back through your rotation of using your AoEs. And the goal here is to kill as many minions as possible while we're killing Zammy. So during the Sunshine kills, that's what you're going to do. During the ones that are not Sunshine kills, what I usually tend to do is I use my thresholds first. And then when my wild magic gets almost ready to use again, I'm going to throw in a debilitate, because K'ril does his special attack where he slams through your prayers and does like 4.5k damage or something. He does it right around 30 seconds every time. It's usually between 30 and 35 seconds. So you have a choice. You can either watch the timer, or you can watch your wild magic timer, and you'll kind of get the hang of it of when to use it. It's not a big deal if you don't use it, because realistically you're going to soul split all your health back anyway. But you'll kind of see how easy it is to do this once I get started here. And then real quickly, talking about my inventory, I do keep steel darts in my inventory because they will you will get a lot of them. I got 866 from a 1 hour instance. They are very good to break apart for bladed parts, so definitely worth it. I got a Zammy spear during my last kill, so I'll be making a video showing you how to maximize efficiency at Bandos after this. And then I just have some prayer pots and some other junk. The couple of stackables that I have is Grimy Lantidimes, the Wine of Zamorak, and the Steel Darts. Everything else I just basically leave on the ground and I don't care about. The one things that I will pick up during my hour instance here where I don't have penance is going to be the Super Restores, just because you do go through quite a bit of prayer here at K'ril. Another tip, try to keep your prayer fairly low, because the less prayer you have, the less he takes from you when he slams through your prayers. So let's get started here, and you can kind of see this in real time. We'll do a couple of kills here for you to watch. And he should be spawning here pretty soon. So I'm going to go ahead and overload up. I'm only using Soul Split as my prayer. I do not use my tier 95 prayer, and that is just solely just to save on prayer. It seems as though I don't really need my tier 95 at all. So once Zammy spawns here we go. I'm just going to let our Revolution activate. You can see my Corruption Blast activates. Now it's affecting both those minions, and my Dragon Breath also was able to hit both of those minions. So now with Corruption Shot and my Dragon Breath and everything else, it should be pretty close to killing both those minions. One more Dragon Breath and they are both dead. Now the idea is for them to spawn again here before Zammy dies. So we're going to go ahead and finish off Zammy here. You can see the minions just respawned, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and kill this guy up here. And actually, if they are both here, I like to go on them. That way that if I have a Dragon Breath or a Corruption Shot, it will just kind of hit both of them because they're just grouped together. So that was starting from 0 adrenaline. Now you'll kind of see how I get into my rotation here. We'll take this Grimy Lantidime. Also, I shut off my prayers in between kills just to kind of save on some prayer. But this is going to be a Sunshine rotation. So as soon as he spawns, we're going to go ahead and Sunshine. And we'll just let my Revolution Bar take care of everything else. So you can see both those minions stacked underneath him there. This is awesome, not only for the XP for killing the minions, but also for soul splitting, because when you Fire Breath K'ril and both the minions, you're soul splitting from all of that. So you're getting the health back from all of that. And also it's really nice when you Sunshine kills, because you can usually kill him before he does his special attack there. So now I'm going to shut off my prayer and go ahead and kill these minions. And I should have been on these two so that my Fire Breath would have hit them both, but it's okay. You can see my Noxious Staff just actually leveled up to level 9. So I started at level 1, and I did a 1-hour instance right before this video, and I'm already at level 9. So I'm an hour and maybe 2 minutes into it or so. Alright, so here we go with a non-Sunshine kill. I'm going to Wild Magic right away. I will then let my my AoEs hit a little bit, and then I'm going to use the rest of my thresholds. Looks like we're going to need a little bit of prayer. So then when Wild Magic gets to about 10 or 11 o'clock here, or if you look up at the timer, when he gets close to 30 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and use Debilitate. And you can see there I cut the damage in half with Debilitate. I could have even used it a little bit earlier there, but I still was able to cut it in half. So as soon as we kill him, I'm going to shut off my prayer. And it looks like I didn't kill... Oh yeah, I did. Maybe I did kill the minions. I don't know. And I got a Hood of Subjugation. So it sucks that I got a Hood, because like I said before, we're going for the chest and the legs. That's going to be the most beneficial to us. So what are we going to drop here? I guess we'll just drink a bunch of prayer and pick up that Hood. Because if that would have been a leg or a chest, then really it would have basically given us 540k XP, because then I could completely break down one of my hoods or one of my chests. So once again, just using my AoEs to kill the minions underneath him here. This is a Sunshine kill, so I'm going to be... Oh, look at that, 2 Wine of Zammys from both those minions. And it doesn't bother me if he does do his special attack during a Sunshine, because realistically I'm going to soul split most of the health back anyway. If not on this kill, then I will on the next one. So let's go ahead and pick some stuff up here. See, at that time I wasn't very lucky. I wasn't able to get the minions to spawn back before he died, so I only got to kill one set of minions. But one of the things you got to remember is to have faith. I play at really low health and really low prayer, but it's because that I have faith that I'm going to be able to soul split it back, especially when you start throwing off these AoEs on the minions. You get your health back here pretty quickly. So once again, this is a non-Sunshine kill. I'm just going to be waiting for my Wild Magic to get to about 10 or 11 o'clock, or waiting to close between 25 and 30 seconds. And he did it a little bit early there, so that didn't work out for me. But it's very, very rare that he does that attack before like 28 to 30 seconds. So we'll go ahead and finish him off. So that's basically it. So like I said, I'm able to stay here for the full 2 hours. You can see I don't really bring much food with me. I don't have a pack yak or anything. I just use my legendary pet. And realistically, I don't really ever even eat any food. So even though I'm at half health right now, this is going to be a Sunshine kill. So you'll see that I'm going to be able to soul split a ton of my health back and not really have to worry about it. If you are scared or don't feel comfortable, then I highly suggest keeping your health above 5k, because if he does do his special attack and you are below 5k, there is a chance that he can kill you with it. I have seen him hit more than 5k with a special attack. But as you can see, I just soul split myself back up to 7.8k. So that's all I have for the video, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope what I said kind of makes sense to you. And you are going to hear a lot of things about what the best ways to train Invention are. This is just my theory. This is how I'm going to do it. It seems to work out really well for me, and seems to be a lot of people are following suit. So thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.